thunder. It's the Storm Warning Show on the come up with Big Groov and Ablakk too. Have your popcorn ready when you come through. We talking hurricanes and how they making moves with pick six to the houses and big hits like ooh. Next man step up, and that's the motto. We building up a dynasty today for tomorrow. BCS wins in them poll rankings again. If you ain't heard about the U, then homie, where you been? It gotta be something in the water, cause when it come to them trenches, you know the Canes is digging harder. If the legacy don't kill them, then the speed will. When you see that you on your schedule, just know that ain't gonna be no cheap thrill. Leave it all on the field. Been doing that for years. Play the game like how you practice, that's what it is. Canes causing havoc on the field. Hit the op so hard that they gon' have to go back and game plan and run drill. The game on the line on fourth, we gon' go. And keep on coming up like the Storm Warning Show. Yeah.
What's up, baby? Yeah, your boy Big Groov. Yes, sir. What's happening?
What it do? What's going on, peoples? You know what I'm saying? It's your man Ablakk in the building. You feel me?
You already know we're going to keep running it up. This is the Storm Warning Show. You know what I'm saying? We're going to touch on a couple of things today. You know what I'm saying? We ain't going to keep y'all too long, man. You know, we had a nice little announcement last night for our main man, you know, Ruiz, you know, that big money grip. You feel what I'm saying? But before we jump into these topics and shit, my boy Ablakk got something he want to get off his chest. It's like, new to me, so I want to hear what he's talking about.
Yeah, we ain't gonna be long, but you know, we always gonna be strong and come with that straight raw, you know, no chaser. But yeah, I just wanted to touch base on, you know, a few things dealing like, you know, the Deshaun Watson thing, right? And let me just put this out there, like, you know, I'm no fan or no man abusing any women, right? Sexually abusing any women, you know what I'm saying? I despise, you know, rapists, you know, I just do, you know, I think it should be a certain punishment for individuals like that and who touch children, right? But let me go in. Now, we know what the allegations were, and you know, the young man, the brother, he came out and he did apologize to people, you know, but he did, you know, stand firm on his stance that he feels that he's innocent, right? That he feels that he's innocent. So, you know, I'm not gonna dog him. I'm not gonna go in on him like I would if he wasn't, because I don't know, right? If it was evidence, no evidence has been proven, but that's not really what I'm gonna talk about, right? I want to go in, right? Because I was watching ESPN First Take, and the what is it? The mediator, the female host of the show. I ain't gonna say her name right now because it's no need. She's not important to me. But what she did, it hit me, right? So when she was talking about, like, you know, the NFL stance and him getting 6 in 11 games, and she was saying, you know, she hopes that the NFL puts something in there to safeguard or protect women, this, that, and the third. So it kind of hit me, right? Because then I'm saying to myself, I'm like, yo, hold up. I said, I get that, right? If a man sexually abuses a woman, yes, he should be dealt with. You know what I'm saying? They should be protected. But who protects the men and who checks the women when the women falsely accuses all these men and ruin their careers? Like the young brother from Baylor who said he was like this horrible person, just raping women throughout campus, when it came back not to be true. And the young brother, I know his name, but I'm not going to say his name. He played linebacker for Alabama. Then he played linebacker for the 49ers. And it came out that his children's mother said she lied. She just wanted to ruin his career. Like, yo, like, come on.
They need to put some stuff in place.
Like, So what happens? Who checks these women? Like, look what happened to Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp lost so much money with movies because they initially took the woman's word. Then to come to find out she was batshit crazy. But ain't nobody ridiculing her or dragging her through the mud. It's like, for instance, Deshaun Watson gave an apology, but I guess it wasn't good enough. So now they always want to emasculate the black man. Oh, your apology wasn't good enough. Get up here and continue to say how sorry you are, how sorry you are. And in actuality, it doesn't really matter, because in the eyes of certain people, they're going to look at him as this predator, right? So, but let's be honest. There are women, and the statistics show there's a high percentage of women who...
My boy got a call. See, they interrupting your flow, man.
Right, man. Could you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. So, it's a high percentage of women who abuse young men and young girls. Some women are predators too, but society doesn't talk about that, right? They just talk about men and men being predators and men being rapists. Like, yo, women do the same thing. So I'm all about equality, right? So let's equally give them some charges, right? And now I'm speaking directly to that person on First Take right now, and her race of women, right? Her race of women throughout history, her race of women will lie on black men, and black men will be drug out in the street, hung and lynched. Look what happened to Rosewood, because a woman said a black man raped her, which wasn't true. Look what happened in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Same thing. The Scottsboro boys, same thing. You know what I'm saying? It's countless acts that we can reference to, but the one that really hits home is the young brother from Chicago, the 14-year-old boy who went to visit his family in Mississippi, and that lady said he whistled at her, and they tortured that young man. His mom died without saying no justice. Then that same lady came out and said he didn't do that. It was a lie. He didn't whistle at her. He didn't do none of that. But now, since the state was like, yo, we're going to bring her up on charges, now she said, oh, no, it's true. So I get it. If he did it, if Deshaun Watson did that, then, yo, he's a piece of crap. But, look, but let's be fair with this.
Yeah. I think
like when these women falsely accuse these athletes, we got to bring them to the fire and hold them accountable for their actions, right? So my thing is, when Brett Favre sent the picture of his penis, did they ask him to come out and apologize? Did they ridicule him? Nope. He came and he went, right? When the punter from the New York Giants was locking his wife up in the closet and abusing her, nobody said a word.
Don't forget about that offensive lineman that was beating up his girl.
Yeah, the offensive lineman who almost damn near killed his wife, and then he was like, "Oh, you ain't dead yet." They swept all that under the rug, bro. Ain't nobody said nothing, right? They ain't making them apologize. They not trying to emasculate them. It's always, to me, in my opinion, from what I've seen throughout history, it's the black man that they always trying to emasculate. Like, come on, man. If y'all don't know, George Washington Carver was castrated because the white family who adopted him castrated him because they didn't want him to mess with their daughter. See, these are the things that, that some black men have to endure. But athletes, period, athlete is black and white. So we just talking athletes, right? Like, yo, that's why I say, yo, y'all got to be careful, bro. Y'all got to be careful with the women that you approach in these clubs, on Instagram. Y'all got to be smart. You got to be smart, because if not, because guess what? The Deshaun Watson case isn't the first, and it's sure enough isn't going to be the last, but you should learn from their mistakes.
Yep.
And they always, and then what kills me is you get black men that's trying to emasculate another black man on these talk shows. Like, yo, look, the Patriots owner, he was in a strip mall, massage parlor, getting a happy ending. What happened to those tapes? They destroyed them. ain't nobody talking about that no more.
Right, too.
Yeah, ain't nobody talking about that no more, right? So my thing is, to that ESPN female host on First Take, like, yo, I need you to talk to your group of women from your race, your ethnicity, and look at their history. Look at your history and what y'all did to black men, women, and children, because the lynch mob went and killed them all over lies, over women lying. And you go from the 1920s up until 2022. We have athletes who are being lied upon, and when it come out, their whole career is over. Yeah. Nobody wants to touch them. And like I said, if you just coming in on the last part of this, I've already stated my opinion on what I think about men who are guilty of sexual abuse to women. They're scum of the earth, and they need to be dealt with. That do women and children, period. But guess what? That goes for women too, who abuses children and men, right? Like we as men, like yo, I love women. I love women as much as the next man. I'm addicted to the female anatomy. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? I love it. But guess what? And this is a message to all my men out here, black, white, whatever, Spanish or Latino, whatever. Let me like yo. You out somewhere and a girl walk up on you and grab your ass or something like that, yo, check her on that, because you can't do that. Check her on it. In the workplace, yo, file that charge. Like it's time out for dudes not wanting to say nothing, or we say something and people laugh at us, or the court system or the authorities laugh at us. Like, nah, bro, we have to start. We have to take care of ourselves, bro, because they're not gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? And if it's your lady or whatever, that's something different. But if you just out, nobody has the right to grab you on your ass. Pardon my French. Just like we can't go out and grab a woman on her ass or grab a woman. Like, no, that's sexual harassment. You feel me? Like, yo, so we have to take a stance, bro. We got to. We have to take a stance, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, you know, I come from a different, I'm different. You know what I'm saying? I'm different, you know, and when I see, you know, them trying to castrate dudes, you know, and things like that, and making dudes apologize multiple times. Like the first time I said, oh, it ain't good enough. Oh, it's half-hearted. Like, how you gonna tell somebody their apology is not sincere? Like that's my thing, man. But you know, I'm different. You know what I'm saying? When I wake up in the morning, I see this black face. When I go out in the world, they see a black man. I can't pass for nothing else. You can't look at me and be like, oh, what is he? Is he black? Is he this? Is he that? Is he? No, you know I'm a black man. That's it. I am mixed, though. I am mixed. I'm mixed. I'm mixed with a little Ghanaian, mixed in with a little Nigerian, mixed in with a little Kemet, mixed in with a little Ethiopia, mixed in with a little South Africa, mixed in with a little Congo, mixed in with a little Mali. Yeah, so yeah, that's my mix. But at the end of the day, like, yo, my message is for men. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I said black men, but it's men too, men, period. Because we think it's cool we out somewhere and you know, sister roll up on us and talk about they can see our print or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Or fill us up, you know, rub their hand across our chest or some shit like that. We think it's cool. Like, yeah, you know, that's what's up. Yeah. But if we say something like that, like, yo, I see that. I see you got that camel showing. Oh, sexual harassment.
Yep,
you're going to jail.
Yep, sexual harassment. He's body shaming me and all this other, like, yo, real talk, man. Like, real talk, man. It's time, yo. It's time that we take a stand. Everybody talking about this equality thing. Well, guess what? It's about time they get charged equally, like men do.
What up,
you know
Chris?
What I'm saying?
What up?
Period.
What up? Yes, sir. What's up, Chris? What's up? You still going black? Get it off your chest. Be good.
Yeah, so you know that's my little, that's my black thought of the day. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, you know, if everything comes back out and Deshaun Watson is actually truly guilty of these
he need to go to
allegations,
jail.
then trust me, Black could be the first one to say, that brother's a piece of ish and need to be dealt with. You know what I'm saying? I'm the first one. I'm the first one that's gonna say that. You know, when you wrong, you wrong. I don't care if you're a brother or not. When you wrong, you wrong. But everything ain't come out yet. You know what I'm saying? If he's standing on his innocence, then he gonna stand on his innocence until stuff comes out to show that he actually did what they're accusing him of. Like, like he got 6 games. The NFL wasn't happy with that. That was the NFL's arbitrator. Then they went back and not give him 11 games. Look, man, look, we could go on and on about this. You know what I'm saying? We could go on and on about this. But at the end of the day, brothers, protect yourself. So I'm gonna say, but protect yourself. There's a lot of careers that haven't even got started because of some false allegations brought upon them on by some lady. And not saying that all allegations are false. I say they false when it comes out to be false. Period. You know, look, I got 6 sisters. 6 sisters. And if they came to me and said this, then I'm gonna believe it until proven otherwise. So trust me. Like, yo, I take that real serious. Real serious. I'm a vanguard of the community. I'm gonna take care of the community. Young boys, young girls, grown women, and some grown men who need it. But if they wrong,
they wrong.
Then I'm gonna call them on it. And I'm gonna hold them accountable for it because they need to be held accountable. But I need my sisters and these other women to start holding them accountable. So the young lady that's on First Take, I need you to look back at your history of your women in your race and take accountability for them and the many lives that they destroyed for the false allegations. The false allegations that they put on Black men, and most notably Emmett Till, who was 14 years old, 15, the same age as my son, the same age as some of your sons right now, you guys in the chat. But without further ado, yo, we're about to get into some Kane talk. That's my Black thought for today. You know what I'm saying? Hope everybody's doing great on this Tuesday. Yo, bro, let's get into this Kane shit.
So what we finna get into today? Yes, sir. You already know the new stadium. Well, this is like a rendering, so like a base model what they want it to kind of look like. Some people say it look like kind of like the SoFi Stadium. I've never been there, so you know what I'm saying. If it does look kind of like this, it's dope. What's your initial takes on the stadium, though, bro? Like I love the trees inside there. That's different. You feel what I'm saying? I love that look. What happened to my boy Black? What y'all think about that? He gonna jump back in a second. What y'all think about that though? What y'all think about the new stadium, man? I love the appearance. Like you got a real nice South Florida vibe with this right here, man. And then I like how they got the water leading up to the stadium. So the big ballers coming through gonna have, they may have some yachts or something pull up. You know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely there you go. I'm definitely all for this stadium, bro. What y'all think about it, though?
Yo, man, hey, let me tell you something, yo. That stadium is state of the art. That thing is magnificent. That thing is beautiful. The trees inside definitely gives it a Miami feel down on the South Beach Strip. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, it's a place to call home. It's a place to call ours, right? And I'm. Some people some people may feel different, but me, it's like I like to see Miami Hurricanes written out in the end zones. Miami in one, Hurricanes in the other.
Would you know what I'm saying? I like different color end zones.
I do. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about, I'm not saying that based off of this right here. I'm just talking about based off of what's at Hard Rock, right? Because like bro, like when you played and I played, right? And if we was going to a away game and that team had a nice field where that grass is nice and low and dark green and them lines are crispy white and they end zone is decked out, like, yo, I get excited because I'm like, yo, I'm about to bust their ass on they plush field today. I'm about to show out. So that's just me, right? So just imagine now with recruits, they come to our stadium. This is ours. So it's like, yo, but that doesn't give no other school. They have nothing to talk about no more.
So what you think about the capacity? They said 60,000. I think that's enough.
That's fine.
I think that's enough.
Bro, that's fine.
Remember, we played against Tennessee, or whatnot, and like you said, it's just a uniqueness of Tennessee. If you ever been to University of Tennessee Stadium, you know what I'm saying, Rocky Top, you know that stadium. It is so historic. It's a classic field. They got the checkered print. You know what I'm saying? We need to have a certain type of feel like that. Me personally, I've never been to the Orange Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Before then, because I couldn't afford to go when I was younger. My folks, Alabama fans, and they wasn't finna fly me or drive me down there to watch the Canes. So you know what I'm saying? So
but 60,000 is fine, bro. 60,000 is good. And guess what? If they needed to add another 10,000 for like a big game, I'm pretty sure they could. Right?
But my question is, do they make it retractable? Is it a retractable stadium?
I don't know.
Would you want it to be retractable?
Nah, we need Miami. Miami, you need to be out in them elements. Like when it rained, you need to be out in them elements. When it's hot, you need to be out in them elements. You know what I'm saying? But this is modern day. They may have a retractable because you can always, move the roof back or move it forward or whatever. But this model right here doesn't look like retractable, and this thing is perfect, bro. This thing looks good. The Scott, man, look, let me tell you something.
So my thing is this: you got to think, Ruiz, they're gonna want to have different venues there when in the off season. So I think they make it retractable.
Maybe
they can have concerts and stuff year round.
I feel
like how they do at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Mercedes-Benz Stadium used for everything in the city. You know what I'm saying?
No, I mean,
y'all need to have some big fights at Mercedes-Benz Stadium too.
I mean, look, I'm not disagreeing with it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like if it's retractable, I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, that just adds to it. It's like, yeah, we got a retractable stadium. What y'all got up in Gainesville? Oh, what y'all got?
No more lightning delays and stuff like that. I definitely agree with that.
Exactly.
I'm worried about them boys in Gainesville, that old ass stadium, man, that rundown stadium. They need to do some renovations to that trash.
So
my swamp for real. It's a real swamp.
So now retractable stadium is, it'll be state of the art, because this model right here, what they put out, this thing looks awesome. So now you add a retractable stadium. A new model with a retractable roof. Excuse me, I'm saying retractable stadium, retractable roof. Like, yo, bro, like, come on now. Who wouldn't want to not just stay home? Who wouldn't want to come down here and play in this stadium?
What's gonna be the excuses? Like, what's gonna be the negative sale? What's gonna be the negative sale to recruits? They're not gonna be able to do any of this because I don't think this is gonna look exactly like this. Of course, it's just this is a rough draft on what we want. I'm pretty sure they're going to add and take away some stuff. Me personally, I would like to see half the stadium green and half of it orange, just to give that U look from above. Like, we flying the helicopter by or something like that. It's, you know what I'm saying? It's the Hurricane Stadium. But me, what do you call it? You know what I'm saying? What name would pop out like is intimidating? You know what I'm saying? Like, Michigan got the big house. You know what I'm saying? We can't call it the Orange Bowl 2.0. Don't really sound good.
Coach Hayes, what's going on, Coach Hayes? What's going on, big bro?
Coach Hayes in this thing.
Oh, I don't know what you look, you gonna call it. I guess you gonna call it.
Hayes, you gotta get. We're gonna do I know you got the 8-hour show now. You gotta get us back on there now, like we did last year.
Hey, look, I guess we're gonna call it whatever, whoever sponsors us, whoever sponsor it, right?
Probably so.
So whoever sponsor it, you know what I'm saying? Whoever sponsor it, hey, maybe we'll sponsor it. It'd be Storm Warning Stadium. How about that?
Hey, I like Category 5 Stadium at Snellenberger's Field.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you can say Stellenberg, or I mean, hey, or it could be called Jimmy Johnson Field.
I gotta go with the first guy that.
I got you. I feel you. I feel you.
But I feel you got your own opinion.
I feel you. I got you. But Jimmy was better. So it's
I'm not saying he wasn't, but what I'm saying is he's.
I mean, you could call it.
But, is the reason that everything.
But isn't? But hold on. Isn't Louisville Field named Howard Stellenberger Field or something like that? Didn't Louisville do something for Coach Stellenberger? Not that it matters. I mean, if the field is called, Coach Schellenberger's field, I'm cool with that. Mm-hmm. I don't have a problem with it. You know what I'm saying? I don't.
I like that too. I call it the crib. I do not have an issue with that. Tony.
Yeah, call it the crib.
I don't.
I mean, but I think
you like that. Legends. Okay, the crib. Yeah. The crib at Legends Field.
Yeah, Legends Field.
I like that. Category 5 at Legends Field.
So I mean, there's a lot of different possibilities we can go with these names, right?
Gold Jacket Field.
Gold Jacket. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Sean Taylor Field.
Hey, Field of Dreams, baby.
I like that Legends Field. I like that.
Yeah, I do. I like Legends Field.
I like that. See, Hayes, that Coach Hayes, man, you be dropping them gems, dog. I like that. I like Sean Taylor Field, Howard Stadium. Okay. Sean Taylor Field. Okay, I like that. But man, what really stands out, you got to think about this, bro. Nighttime, because of course they're gonna have hella restaurants there. It's gonna be a nightlife there once when the season is over with and stuff like that. You see the stadium right there. You make it have a pool party, people in the water. You got the boats and all that shit over there, man. Just think about the vibe, bro. Great date nights. Take your lady, fellas, go hang out. You can run into some of the players. You know what I'm saying? At that venue, bro. It's gonna be crazy, and that's gonna be a huge selling asset. For the future for Mario and company to get to add on to their excellent recruiting that they're doing right now. You feel what I'm saying? So,
bro, the possibilities are endless. Let me just say that, right? The possibilities are endless of what we can do with that stadium, what the stadium is going to.
I love that.
What the stadium is going to do for recruiting. Man, look.
Hold on, Black. Hold on. We may have something right here. Hey, Birdstone, I like this. What you think about this? Out of Storm Stadium at Legends Field.
I like that. I like that.
You're going to the Out of Storm, baby. You think about that.
I like that.
You have now entered the Out of Storm.
I got that.
Number 1 ranked Miami against number unranked Florida State. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that.
No, look. Hey, look. Number 1, or let's say this. Number 2, Miami at home against number 1, Alabama, as we debut in the SEC.
Oh yeah. I'm glad you talked about that. Now I just read some shit that's talking about the Big 10 is looking to add multiple Pac-12 schools. They in talks right now with Oregon. So I think it's going to lead for us pushing, to the SEC where I want to be. But I get a lot of people take on the fact that big budget that they have as far as being able to pay the players and get I think it's $150 million a year or something like that. But it just nothing compares to the atmosphere of the SEC. You feel what I'm saying? Would you be willing to take less money to join the SEC, or would you rather get that? Say if we can get $120 million, $125 million at the SEC, or would you rather go to the Big 12, Big 10, and they obviously $150? Which one would you rather do?
I say SEC because we gonna make that money back, and it's less expensive on the travel, right? So we'll coup back that 25 mil we missed out, you know what I'm saying? We'll recoup that back in saving costs, you know what I'm saying?
Plus travel and things of that nature. Yeah. And of course, attendance gonna be way up here because we're gonna be playing better. You know what I'm saying? Just think about it, bro. We playing an Alabama, Georgia, Florida. You know what I'm saying? Texas A&M, LSU,
but also
on a consistent basis.
But also this, bro. Also this. We don't got to worry about, not that it's, to me, it's not a problem, but any crazy cold weather games like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't got to worry about going up to Michigan in late October, early November.
And that's what I said. And that's what I said on Twitter, bro. Like, you know, and shout out to X, you know what I'm saying? Canesville, shout out to them boys. And that was me and X was talking about. But I get what he's definitely talking about with the money aspect of it. You feel what I'm saying? You know, if they paying the players and they giving, that's only going to bode well for Miami. I'm all for it either way. Either way, it's going to be good competition. But me being selfish, and I think it just works better from a regional standpoint. Like
definitely from a regional standpoint.
Games, you can, you know what I'm saying, you can fly shorter flights. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to worry about snow layovers and all that type stuff. You know what I'm saying?
And also, and just also, every young man, all they talk about is what? The SEC. The SEC. So now, if Miami's in the SEC and you already have Miami, you know, a lot of times, sometimes when we lose a young man to a SEC school, Miami finished number 2. So now, if we're in the SEC, we shouldn't be number 2. If you really love us, and the only reason you chose to go there is because of the conference.
It takes away all the excuses. It takes away every excuse.
Think about, so now we're in that conference.
Think about if we get another Tyson Campbell and Sertan Jr. You know what I'm saying, situation. They always say they wanted to play in the SEC. Oh, we're in the SEC now, so what's up? So now what's the issue? Can't say coaching because we got one of the best coaching staffs in, you know what I'm saying, in the country. So now you just got to be upfront with us and say, hey man, I just want to get out of this.
And you forgot something else. And if we winning like we should, like we're gonna do, what's your excuse now? We're in the SEC.
That's the thing, though, bro. That's the thing, though, bro.
Hold on. We're in the SEC. We got a bomb-ass coaching staff, and we're winning. That's the 3 top things right there that recruits look at. Are you winning? Can you develop me? What conference do you play in? And if we got all 3 of those covered, what's up? What's up?
Yeah, that's true. But my thing is this, bro. My thing is this. Why do Miami have to show that we're winning? But schools but they go to Texas A&M that only has 1 10-win season since 2013. It doesn't make sense.
You know why, bro?
You know what I'm saying?
I get you, but you know what it is? 2 things. One, it's the optics, right? It's the optics, right? That's what it is. It's the optics. 2, it's the optics, but Texas A&M is in what? The SEC. Mm-hmm. So they're going to get the benefit of the doubt because they're in the SEC, which they say is the best conference in America, the toughest conference in America. And they're saying, Miami, you're in the ACC. You shouldn't be struggling or whatever. So it's the optics, right? So now if we're in the SEC and those things happen, we may still get those guys. It's like, well, shit, y'all playing juggernauts every week, except for when you play Florida State, because that's a game we will keep. Right. So I think that's what it is. But you know me, I still feel like, yo, if it's a problem, come to Miami and be part of the solution. Exactly. Be part of the solution and not the problem. The problem is y'all running away to make another state, another city great. When
you can roll out on that, Jay Will. Exactly. Fuck this.
When you can roll out the bed and make your own city great and be a hometown hero, legend.
See what Hayes said? I like because Hayes said the nickname has to be the crib, just like the big house, Clemson, the Death Valley. I like that. Trust me, I love the crib. I love it. The shoe, I like that. See, and that's Miami, and you know what I'm saying? That's Miami. Right. When you hear that, you think of Miami. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know. It's like catchphrases. You know what I'm saying? The horseshoe, you think of Ohio State. The big house, you think of Michigan. You know, Death Valley, you think of LSU or Clemson because they're both Death Valley, right? They call them. So, they did. So the crib, automatically you think of Miami, them Canes.
I definitely agree. I like that. So let's just jump into these injuries, man. I know one of the guys that you're very high on, you know, say he's sustained an injury, you know what I'm saying? It's very downing, you know, kid, you know. I know it's very frustrating for him. He can't really stay healthy like he wants to contribute.
Yeah, let me address my man real quick. I want to address my man. Mr. Don Chaney. This is your brother. I'm your brother. You know what I'm saying? I'm your brother. It's gonna be all right, champ. It's a little adversity. It's a little setback for a major comeback. You're only out 2 weeks. I get it. That position is brutal. You know what I'm saying? I get it. That position is brutal. But yo, I need you to stay focused. I need you to keep your head. Don't get down. Because you have all the ability to be great. It's okay. Continue to do your rehab, and when you come back and you get in the game, make the most of your opportunities, champ. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm in your corner. I think you're gonna be all right. So that's one back to another back. You know what I'm saying? Older back to a younger back. You know, older man to a young man. I'm just giving you words of encouragement, man, to keep your head. You know what I'm saying? Keep your head up. You know what I'm saying? Don't get down on yourself. You know what I mean? Just continue to work steadfast. Don't say, you know, why me? Why is this happening to me? You know, just look at it. Why not me? You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Coach Hayes Jr. I'm sorry. What's up, man? I didn't know that was you, Kyle Hayes. What's up, big dog?
What's going on, young Hayes? What's going on, young Hayes? But yeah, Don, you know what I'm saying, Mr. Chaney, I think you're gonna be just fine, bro. Keep your head up. Look forward to seeing you back there, man, in 2 weeks, bro. Let's get busy when you get back there.
2 weeks. Okay, so he only out 2 weeks. You know, well, so when do you bring him back?
I mean, let me see. 2 weeks. Let me see. This week he can play. If he's good enough to play next week, you can play him. But I gotta see how he's moving around in practice, right? Yeah. I see, because as you know, as well as I know, as a running back, and any of you out there that played running back before, you know, you gotta be able to protect yourself at running back, right? You gotta be able to get out of harm's way. So if you can't jump cut or this, that, and the third, or your lateral movement is restricted, I gotta protect you from yourself and give you a week and then bring you back Southern Miss, because I want to make sure you're healthy enough, because we may need all of y'all that following week, that third week, when we go to College Station. So, you know, don't rush to bring him back. You know, you see what he's doing in practice. You know what I'm saying? See how he's moving around. You know what I'm saying? If he's moving around well, go ahead and put him in there, give him 5 carries, see what he look like against Bethune. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. You work him back in there, especially with a hip type deal. But what's up, Slim? What's up?
What's going on, boss man?
Chilling, man. You know,
Slim, what's going on, Slim?
Tuesday.
I'm out here making money, boss, on the road.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. What you got for us, man? What you think about the stadium?
Well, I'm probably on the opposite end of this from most of the fan base.
Okay.
I look at it, why do they need a stadium? Hard Rock's one of the nicest stadiums in the country.
But it's not ours.
And I get that. But at the same time, you have a lot of younger folks hollering about a stadium that may not have ever been to a game in the OB. I've been there for a noon game and damn near had a heat stroke.
Mm-hmm.
And Hard Rock's a lot nicer.
I feel you, but like you know, you get a lot of people now that's complaining about the parking, complaining about they taking the tailgates away, their ability to tailgate and stuff like that. And we're at the mercy of the people who own that stadium. So if we had our own stadium, it'd be more tailgate friendly, it'd be more fan friendly. I get it. Like, yo, I know. Hey, look, I played in the hot sun, so I know what heat stroke can do. I feel you. But guess what? That's college football, baby.
Yeah.
Oh, I get that.
Yeah, I just think it takes away recruiting advantages when you have your own stadium. And then, especially when we get it. Think about this. Once the stadium is done, completed, think about that as a recruiting tool that Mario and company can use. Hey, come be the first to win in this stadium. Come be the first to make your stamp in the new the crib. We're gonna put that out there in the atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? The crib. Come make your name. Come state. You know what I'm saying? You can do something that no other great can say they done. You feel what I'm saying? The crib would be the first to, you know what I'm saying, the first to do, the first to rush for 100 yards, the first to win. You feel what I'm saying? I think it holds a lot of weight in recruiting right now, because this not like, you know, when we was growing up. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of those players didn't really care about that type stuff. But nowadays, these type players care about you know what I'm saying, glitz and glamour. You feel what I'm saying? Like stadiums and I'm gonna be real with you, bro. I played against Tennessee. I played against Georgia. I played against Oklahoma. And you like a kid in the candy store, you know what I'm saying? When you walk into those stadiums and you see like Oklahoma, they directly on top of you. You know what I'm saying? The fans can touch you. You hear them talking trash. You feel what I'm saying? It's like, and that's theirs. They can, you know what I'm saying? It's not ours. Hard Rock is not ours. You feel what I'm saying?
Also, bro, it's like little things, right? Like, you know how we had the 58 home win streak at the OB. Like, yep. That's a new tradition we can start at the crib. You know what I mean? Like little things like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, just little things like that. You know what I mean? But don't get me wrong, the Hard Rock is, yes, it's a beautiful stadium. And that thing was rocking against Notre Dame and Tech that year. Yes, it was. It was definitely rocking. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So I see both sides. I see both sides of the argument.
And you're not wrong for having your opinion. I understand. No. I definitely understand where you're coming from, bro. I definitely understand.
I understand where y'all are coming from too. Absolutely. Yeah. I put more stock in other things. I think, like, okay, as an example, like what you said about as a recruiting tool, I think they're more worried about what's on campus than the stadium necessarily. And I've been to Neyland. I've been to Athens. Hard Rock's nicer than all them places. Neyland Stadium in Tennessee is a dump. But yeah, they're bragging because it's so big and they can put 115,000 in there. But that is a crappy place.
I get that. I understand that. It's a piece of shit, just like the swamp. But the atmosphere when the game is going is unmatched. You feel what I'm saying? And you don't get.
And I think you could do that in Hard Rock. I mean, do you go back to what you said about Notre Dame.
College field when you at the Hard Rock?
It don't feel like necessarily a stadium feel. It definitely does feel like an NFL stadium, but like the whole point too of, you know, it's not ours. We're sharing it with the Dolphins. They've been sharing a stadium with the Dolphins since the 60s. So that's nothing new.
The owner, I guess, yeah, you're right about that. I guess the ownership was different. You know what I'm saying?
Because the city of Miami owned the Orange Bowl.
Right. So, yeah. So it just felt, when you were in the OB, when Miami was playing, it felt like a college atmosphere. And when the Dolphins was playing there, it felt like an NFL atmosphere. Now, you know, I guess, you know, at Hard Rock, I haven't been to Hard Rock yet. I have been to the OB, but from what I hear, my man TJ been there, just feels, it doesn't have that college feel to it.
It doesn't feel, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what the other schools have. They have a college feel. And I think, and like Lil Hayes just said, he don't really care for it because it's not on campus, but it's close enough to where you still get that. I feel like you still would get that college feel because it's ours. We can make it to what we want. You feel what I'm saying? You don't have others telling you what you can and cannot do. You feel what I'm saying?
But
I understand that. Yeah, I see your point that you're making.
And I'm gonna say this, right? Hey, look, you know, growing up rough, you know, you don't get much. So when somebody's willing to pay for something, you let them pay for it. So if somebody's willing to build us a stadium,
people, please hit that like button.
If somebody willing to pay and get us a stadium, then hey, I'm all for it. I'm not gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like if I was against it, I'm not gonna stop rooting for my Canes because they got a new stadium. I'm gonna be like, bet. Like, okay.
No, and I'm absolutely not either. I'm just talking about from the perspective of a fan. Hard Rock is a nicer stadium. It's more comfortable than any college stadium because you actually have seats and not bleachers.
Bleachers, true.
Right. Facts.
I'm just talking about from the fans' perspective. It's nicer, and like you said, that they can get that place rocking. But and that leads me to my main point against it. Why build another stadium when you can't fill out the one you got? Fill out the one you got, then worry about that.
I totally agree. I've been saying this for years. We need to pack the stadium for those kids. So now
I agree with that.
Everybody got the coach that they wanted. The built-in excuse that Miami is a party town or whatever they, you know what I'm saying? Miami is a lot of stuff to do in Miami. You feel what I'm saying? Okay, that's fine. But you still can support for 3 months out the year. You can come and support the Canes for a couple of hours. You feel what I'm saying? That excuse is out the window. You know what I'm saying? Especially when they start putting the product on the field. So I definitely agree. We need to still pack Hard Rock right now. But I think with the new stadium, it's gonna be packed because, of course, it's something new. Everybody loves something new. But also, you got to think about this. It's gonna be other things around it to make people want to come to that area, like all the restaurants and stores and you know what I'm saying,
right,
things of that nature.
Well, I'll say this: the day of Miami selling out every single game at home, that day's dead. Okay, I mean, even go back to 01, 02 when they were dominating college football, they didn't sell out every home game.
But I also think that has to do with the level of the opponent too, because I think if we get to the SEC, I think that the games are going to be packed. Because for one, the SEC is going to make sure they pack. Either you know what I'm saying, either we're going to be outsold at home. You feel what I'm saying? It's going to be another home game for them because all the teams in the SEC travel. You feel what I'm saying?
That's the second reason I called in. Miami's not going to the SEC.
What you think is going?
Hold on, and this right. I don't know if it's gonna make recruits jump or not. The stadium. I can't say that it will. I definitely can't say that it won't. Can't nobody say what it's gonna do for recruits. Why? Because it ain't built yet.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Because it's not built yet. Right? Yeah, it may attract them or they may like it, but I'm not saying they're automatically gonna come. And I'm not saying they're not gonna come. Why? Because it isn't built yet. So I can't say what it's gonna do for recruits.
True that.
Yet. Because it's not built yet. It's not here.
And it's just my opinion that the stadium that they only play 6 or 7 games a year in would be less important to them than what they're building on campus that they're in every day.
I agree. I agree that new $1 billion facility they building is way more important to the recruits.
Exactly. Now that's gonna make recruits jump. That new five story, astronomical facility that they about to put up.
I definitely agree with that. Slim. Definitely.
Now to what I was saying about them, I don't think Miami's leaving the ACC. I don't think anybody else. I think
if we don't leave the SEC, the ACC, we're gonna get left far behind, my friend, because
I don't think so.
Leaving the Pac-12.
Well, I get that.
Oregon, they finna take a couple of more squads.
Well, a lot of that is all off-season talk because they ain't got nothing else better to talk about because there ain't nothing going on.
Oregon started preliminary talks with the Big Ten. They just started preliminary talks.
And Florida State was talking to the Big Ten 2 years ago, so that don't necessarily mean a whole lot.
I feel you, but this is different.
This is a big money game now. This is the big money game now. It's big money. You know what I'm saying? And we all know, right? We all know money talks and BS walks, right? You know what I'm saying? So, like, if Miami stays in the ACC, say they stay in the ACC, but every other conference is adding power teams. The ACC kind of
behind. That's just gonna be more reason for
the ACC kind of loses its luster. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the ACC loses its luster at the moment. But here's the thing: if you've still got Clemson rolling along, if you've got Miami consistently back in the top 15, and Mike Norvell rights the ship at Florida State, ain't nothing happening to that conference with 3 top 15 teams.
That's a lot of what it is.
If and ands, pots and pans, the world will be a kitchen.
You got to think about this. You got to think about this, Slim. if all these schools lining up and going to these other conferences, you got to believe Clemson is leaving. You feel what I'm saying? Florida State already flirted once. You think they're not going to leave?
But there's a reason they haven't, because these conferences would have to dole out almost $150 million to buy these teams out of these conferences.
But you got to think about the long game, though, Slim.
They got that money. That TV deal. They got the money. They're
redoing these contracts. These
like Nick Saban just got 96 million.
And I understand that, but do you think the ACC money is not fixing to change? Because look at what's happening now. Now that the Big Ten has left ESPN, now this is fixing to be an ESPN versus Fox thing.
And guess what? If the teams in these other conferences get better and the conferences get better, it don't matter if the ACC money is long. It's about being able to have that leeway when it's time to be voted into the college playoff system. Compared to if you have one loss or two losses, if you're a one-loss ACC team against a one-loss SEC team, they're taking the SEC team.
And that's what it comes. And I think that's what I'm trying to kind of get you to see on that aspect, Slim. Is the fact that when it comes down to them picking these teams for the playoffs, because it's gonna go to a 12-teamer. That's gonna be within the next 2 years. They're gonna go to a 12-teamer.
Okay, and you have to look at what's happening. You have to look at what's happening in totality, and exactly, it's fixing to be easier to get into the playoffs when they expand it.
Not really. Not when you got not when you got.
Absolutely.
But think about this though. Not if you got Texas A&M, Texas, Oklahoma, Alabama. You got Florida and you got Georgia. That's 6 teams right there that still have a shot to make
don't forget LSU
and Auburn. That's 8 teams right there that's in the conference that can get in with 2 wins. And I haven't even got to.
You mean 2 losses? You mean 2 losses? You mean 2 losses?
My bad. With 2 losses, I haven't even got to the Pac-10 yet. Because Oregon is gonna go. They're gonna follow suit with UCLA and USC. USC is definitely gonna be one of the top teams there with their head coach. And you got Michigan and you got Ohio State. That's 4. Then don't forget about Wisconsin, and you got Franklin at Penn State. And then, of course, they either going to get Notre Dame. I'm pretty sure they're going to get Notre Dame. So that's 15 teams right there that they can choose from.
Well, as it sits right now with Notre Dame's contract, they can't join any conference but the ACC.
Man, they got enough money, man. I think just bought them out, though. The Big Ten. The Big Ten I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they got Big Ten. No, the Big Ten. There's some of the games gonna be on NBC this year too.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's because the Big Ten's done a contract with NBC. They've done a contract with Fox, and one other one. I can't think of what it is off the top of my head. There were 3 of them.
NBC, Fox, and I want to say maybe CBS, maybe.
Oh, CBS, because CBS is losing the SEC game of the week. All of those are going to be on ESPN now.
Okay. Yep. All right. You got anything else?
That's like I said. It's fixing to be. I think it's fixing to be network against network, and since ESPN owns both the SEC network and the ACC network, they're fixing to do what they can to make the ACC better. Everybody's talking about it's going to go down to. Everybody's talking about it's going to go down to 2 conferences. I don't think that's going to happen in any of our lifetimes.
Only way
you're still going to end up with 4 conferences.
Only way they can make the ACC better is bring in other teams.
That's the only way they're going to be able to make it better.
Because the way it stands right now, it doesn't stand a shot with the SEC, and that's without Texas and Oklahoma coming to the SEC.
And that's something else I completely disagree about, because you made the comment earlier about the perception that the SEC is the toughest conference. That's all it is perception. Go look at Georgia's strength of schedule. It's 90th in the nation.
I get that, but that's all that matters right now. Perception. That's what matters, and that's why we keep seeing SEC teams in there.
Yep.
For ACC team to get in there, you either got to be undefeated and win the conference, or if you got one loss, but you're the conference champion. But you're the conference.
No two-loss team has ever made it in.
Like you're the conference champion with one loss. That's how you're gonna get in. You know what I'm saying? It's like, say if Clemson got one loss and I don't know, say another squad got one loss or two losses, right? Whatever. That second loss came in the title game, the SEC championship, the ACC championship game.
I think Ohio State got in with two losses.
No, Ohio State got in with one loss and they didn't even win the Big Ten. Alabama got in with one loss and didn't win the Big Ten.
Yeah,
and Notre Dame got in 2020 with one loss and didn't win the ACC. They lost the ACC championship.
Yeah.
You
So
get
into the playoffs,
you get Alabama and Georgia in there all the time. You get Alabama and Georgia in the playoffs the last couple of years.
They're going to get the benefit of the doubt because of the conference. Because they're going to say they're hard conference.
But, see, that's just completely not true, though. Georgia's made the playoffs twice. That's it. Alabama's the only team that's consistently made it. Alabama and Clemson.
Don't forget LSU.
LSU made it once.
Yeah, because they lost to Alabama the previous years.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the whole thing. The jury's still out on Georgia.
Okay, so my thing is this.
One-hit wonders.
So my thing is, the only consistent team that's been there is Clemson.
Clemson and Alabama. Those are the two.
No, I'm talking about from the SEC, from the ACC.
Right.
It's been Clemson, but the SEC had several teams outside of Bama that's been in the playoffs. Georgia and LSU.
Auburn.
Yeah, Auburn.
No, they didn't. Auburn didn't make it. Auburn didn't make it.
No, but when they won the national title, So I'm just saying, but
they won it in 2010 with Cam Newton. That was still the BCS. That wasn't the playoffs.
No, that was the year before the playoffs. It was the year before.
That was the year before.
That was the last year of the BCS.
But it still goes to what I'm saying. You had an SEC team playing for the title. They always have someone there.
They've had a bunch of one-hit wonders. Absolutely.
You're entitled to your opinion, bro.
I get what you're saying, but guess what? When they talk, maybe December this year, early January, it's gonna be talks to say, hey, should a two-loss such SEC team make it in? There's always gonna be that discussion.
Always gonna be that discussion.
It's never that discussion for ACC team.
Alabama,
there's
Auburn was in discussion. They lost 3 games that year when they beat.
There's literally never been that discussion of letting in a two-loss team ever.
Yes, it has. Yes, it has. Because when Auburn beat Alabama, hold on. When Auburn beat Alabama, that's the year Auburn lost to UCF in the bowl game. They was talking about them going to the playoffs.
No, Auburn. They wasn't talking about them going to the playoffs. There were talking heads. Paul Feinbaum was talking about them going to playoffs, not the committee. When you listen to what the committee puts out, but that's exactly who you need to listen to in that case.
This is what
never thought about putting Auburn in.
No, this is what I'm saying, and you missed my point. There are going to be talks on these talk shows like ESPN. There's always going to be, should a two-loss Georgia team get in there over a one-loss, let's say, a one-loss Clemson team or a one-loss Miami team, and they're going to look at strength of schedule, who they played, or whatever. That's what they're going to talk about.
Clemson's strength of schedule both is better than Georgia's.
I'm just using that as an example, but they always going to talk about a two-loss SEC team or one-loss SEC team outside of Alabama. Say Alabama's undefeated and you got a one-loss Georgia team and you got a one-loss Clemson team. And that loss for Georgia came in the SEC championship game to Alabama. Who's getting in?
Both of them. They'll leave the Pac-12 out. We've already seen that.
Man, both of y'all got points, man. Both of y'all got points.
But that goes to what I was saying about the optics about the SEC.
But perfect example. Same exact scenario. Notre Dame lost the ACC title game. That was their one loss, and they got in.
Because it's Notre Dame. Not because it's ACC. It's because it's Notre Dame. Totally different. Yeah. It's because it's Notre Dame. They thinking about money, crowd, viewership because it's Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Well, and that's another reason I make the argument that you listen to the committee, because the committee's already said they want Notre Dame in a conference. What they're fixing to do is, at least this is my opinion on what they're going to end up doing when they expand the playoffs in 2025. They're going to tell Notre Dame, if you don't have a conference championship, you can't get in.
I definitely can see that. That's the only way Notre Dame's going to join a conference.
Right. Hey, Hayes Jr., you're right. But that's what they're supposed to do. The SEC's supposed to ride the coattail of Alabama's dominance. That's what they're supposed to do. Just like the Big East rode the coattail of Miami's dominance when we was in the Big East. That's what they're supposed to do.
And the ACC did the same thing with Florida State through the 80s, 90s, and 2000s.
And
exactly.
Clemson, we did the same thing with Clemson.
Yeah, that's what they're supposed to do.
And that's why I say they are looking at the long game, because ESPN knows as well as most of us do. I mean, go back to when we'll use Miami as an example. Go back to the 90s and 2000s when Miami was dominating. Alabama was a dumpster fire, and so was Georgia.
Yeah.
Sure enough.
College football is cyclical, and they know that. They know Miami's not going to stay down forever. They know Alabama's not going to stay on top forever.
So that's why I think they're gonna get them in. They're gonna add Miami to the conference.
And guess what? Exactly. And guess what? Imagine Miami being dominant in the ACC and knocking off the bully.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, if they stayed in the ACC, that's fine. But like you said, Slim, this thing goes in cycles. Like you said, it goes in cycles. And now, we got a coaching staff where it should be our turn is coming around. It's here now. You know what I'm saying? It's here. We took all the criticizing for 10 plus years, all of that. Like Santana Moore said, all the criticizing, all that other stuff, it's coming to an end. So why not have us in there and knock off the bully? But if we stay in the ACC,
like most teams, though, all the problems Miami's had over 15 years, same way with Alabama, same way with Tennessee, Miami brought it on themselves. And
nobody's disputing that. I get that.
And if you want to get out of this hole, and I've been preaching this since Al Golden was at Miami. Mario Cristobal is the 6th head coach in the 18 years that we've been in the ACC. That's every 3 years we're getting a new coach. Ain't no program successful that way. None.
No, without a doubt. But I'm not.
And you can't want to get rid of somebody they got rid of Larry Coker for one bad year. 1 year he didn't win 10 games.
Yeah, I think it was some other stuff behind that.
Mark Richt for one bad year. I think there's other stuff behind the scenes too, but I'm just talking on the field results. He had one bad year.
Yeah. I think Mark Richt left. I mean, his health was an issue.
Because I think like 5 months after he left the program, he had like a heart attack or something like that.
Yeah, well, after he went public with the fact that he had Parkinson's, that retirement seemed a whole lot more legitimate to me.
Yeah. Because he said, if you remember one of the interviews, he said he's not able to work out like he used to and really take care. You know what I'm saying? So I think it kind of hit him at once.
I mean, but at the end of the day, no matter what conference we in, we could be in the 007 conference. I'm a rep my boys, and I want them to do what I grew
absolutely. I think we have different opinions on what college football's. I think they're still going to have, instead of the Power 5, I think it's going to be 4 power conferences. I think it's how they're going to have it set up.
All right, so before we get you up out of here, we need a record. We need a win-loss record.
What's your record? What you think we're gonna go this year?
More than likely 9-3.
9-3. Okay.
What's the 3 losses?
I'm assuming a loss to Clemson. I'm assuming a loss to A&M, and I'm just assuming a loss to whether it's North Carolina, Florida State, just somebody you don't think
gonna beat us. Gotcha.
All right, okay. I'll take
we
that.
appreciate you for tapping in
Appreciate
with us.
you, Slim.
Man. You heard me? I appreciate you for tapping in with us, man.
Appreciate you,
Yes,
Slim.
sir, boss man.
Yes, sir. You be safe, brother.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Shout out to Slim Shady, man. Good, nice guest, man. Cool guy, man. Definitely respect his opinion and how he feel. You know what I'm saying? So,
Hey, brother
man.
Jay. Hey, brother Jay, man. What's going on? I gotta give you a call, connect with you, bro. Just chop it up with you. But I'm not mad at your prediction. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I can see that. I ain't mad at that prediction you put in the chat. You know what I'm saying? I'm not so much worried about Texas A&M like that. They're a good team.
No.
Respect them. But I think if they don't get that quarterback situation figured out, and with
it's gonna be a long journey for them.
With the 5D lines, we can rotate. It's gonna be a problem, and we getting them early. So, but yeah, I'm not mad at that. You know what I'm saying?
So, man, it's been a lot of buzz. You know, a lot of people have been sprinkling things and showing their concerns about the wide receiver drops at fall camp. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, you know how we gonna address that?
How we gonna address it?
By not addressing it. Let's go to the next topic.
We gonna move on from that topic because that shit don't even matter. It's
right.
Fall camp. The game ain't even played yet.
Yeah,
we ain't worried about that.
Yeah, the receivers are gonna. I think the receivers are gonna be fine. Now, if they start dropping them in games, then we'll revisit that. But until then, man, like, we good.
But speaking of fall camp, man, you know we've been having some good feedback on certain players, man. Of course, they've been saying my guy. You know what I'm saying? Ruiz been running the ball real well. Offensive line been showing some good progress, but the defensive line have been very, very standoutish. You know what I'm saying? Been making plays. And also Tay Williams he been going crazy at practice, bro.
You know what just came to mind? You know what just came to mind? Like what would be dope would be if they initiate like a adopted D-line person, like a former D-line Kane great adopts a D-line lineman on this team to be like their big brother, role model, mentor. You know what I'm saying? To call them every week, to check in on them. You know what I'm saying? Help study film with them, do some extra studying. Just to like, yo, I think that'd be dope, yo. I do.
I'm pretty sure some they got some. I'm pretty sure some of them guys kind of reach out.
I'm pretty sure they do, but I'm talking about like it being like a thing. You know what I'm saying? Like I think that would be dope. You know what I'm saying? Not saying I know they do it already. You know what I'm saying? But that'd be something that could be featured real good. Like when we play Texas A&M, you know what I'm saying? It'd be that feature. You know what I'm saying? They talk about how the former D linemen have adopted a lot of the younger D linemen to help them understand, preparation and what it takes to be, just an elite ball player, a good ball player. And, they do that anyway, right? We already know they do that at University of Miami. I was just thinking, man, because I was thinking of Daryl Jackson, and I was like, he puts you, because he's so big, such a big man.
I didn't know he was that big.
Yeah, he puts you in a Vince Warford state of mind.
He ain't got the belly of big.
Like
Vince.
no, he ain't got the belly, but like he has the width like that though. You know what I'm saying? He just puts you in that state of mind, or like a William Joseph, or things like that, right? That's all.
But who been your present surprise? Oh my God, I'm tongue tied. Your pleasant surprise so far that you heard so far in camp?
I mean, would I be lying if I said nobody? Nobody's been a pleasant surprise, but I would say Frank Latson has been living up to what his ranking was coming out of high school. I heard Frank Latson has been killing it. You know what I'm saying? Been killing it in practice. John Campbell, you know what I'm saying? Come back off an injury. I heard he's been doing very well.
With that little imaginary depth chart that we seen floating out there, they had them starting at right tackle and my boy Scaife at right guard. So hopefully that's the lineup that they are coming out with. I'll be very happy with that.
So I don't know. I want to see Sagapolo at the right guard. So
hey man, if Mirabal put Scaife out there, I'm rolling with Scaife.
So but
you feel what I'm saying?
But the linebackers in the whole, I heard been doing very well too. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I'm not really surprised because of the coaching at each position.
That's what I was about to say. It's
better
coaching all around. It's better all around coaching. You know what I'm saying?
So,
position by position. You know what I'm saying? But I can't. Whew. I'm holding my reservations on Kevin Smith right now. I think Hickson was a really good running back coach. You feel what I'm saying? So I want to see what the boys really gonna do far as picking up blocks and things of that nature. No knock on Coach Smith, and I think he's a good coach, but I'm holding my. I want to see how he do now that he down some backs, because I think Hickson did a really good job last year when we had those backs go down. You feel what I'm saying? Especially when your main guy go down with Cam Harris, and Rooster came in and produced, and I think they did a really good job of rotating the young guys in too on certain aspects, and what I'm saying, keeping them, minimizing other injuries. So that's what I want to see, how he's gonna react. How he's gonna produce with two guys that you probably was gonna count on this year. You feel?
Hold on. Hey, brother Hayes Jr. Like, no, they can't go in the same sentence. I'm talking size wise. I'm not talking production. Don't get what I'm saying confused with production, brother. I'm talking just the way they built. They're just big men. So that's what I'm saying. So big, I can put them in the same sentence.
Yeah. But shoot, man. But we about to get ready to get out of here in a little bit. But we're gonna do this little thing this week. We got our week 0 predictions. You feel what I'm saying? We got some, football start off on Saturday, actually, my bad, on Saturday. So we're gonna do, I want to see if my boy can beat me in a pick'em. And we're gonna revisit this next week.
We really
jump off to some football with the Canes.
You the gambling man, so yeah.
Man, come on, dog. You finna get skint. I'm finna skin you on this here. Well, what we got? Can you see it?
No, I can see it now, yeah.
All right. So first game, you got Austin P versus Western Kentucky. Who you got?
Western Kentucky.
I go Western Kentucky too. All right. Boom. Nebraska, Northwestern. I'm going Northwestern.
I'm going Nebraska with the upset.
Okay. Northwestern. You going Nebraska. I don't think Nebraska's going to be good this year. All right. Idaho State or UNLV?
I go with the Running Rebs.
Okay. You got the Rebs, UNLV. Ah, man. I think I'm going to go with UNLV too. UConn, Utah State.
I'm going to take Utah State.
I'm going UConn. Oh, no. I'm going Utah State. My boy, my boy over there with the defense.
Oh, the bartender?
He ain't no bartender. He got the defensive coach of the year in that conference. He ain't no bartender. That man like that.
He ain't like that.
He like that.
Yeah, okay.
All right, so we got Wyoming and Illinois. Who you got?
I'm gonna take Illinois.
All right, I'm gonna make it interesting. I'm gonna go Wyoming. Illinois. Boom. I've got Wyoming. All right. Boom. So Florida State or the whatever that school is.
Duquesne. Yeah, look, I should pick Duquesne, right?
That's what I'm thinking about, picking Duquesne. I think I'm gonna pick them just for fun.
I'm gonna take them just for kicks.
All right. So we both taking them. We both taking them. That's who I got. Boom. All right. Boom. We got that DQ. All right. Boom. Charlotte, Florida Atlantic.
I'm gonna ride with N'Kosi Perry.
All right. FAU. I'm going with Charlotte. Florida. Oh, we already know Florida ain't nothing to get skint. I ain't even got to worry about that.
In North Carolina.
Yeah, North Carolina. That's a win for both of us. UNC. All right. North Texas versus UTEP.
I'm gonna take North Texas.
I'm gonna go UTEP. UTEP. Nevada versus New Mexico State.
I'll take Nevada.
I'm gonna go. Fuck it. I'm gonna go New Mexico State. Vanderbilt, Hawaii, the last one.
You can go first with this one.
Okay, I think I'm gonna go Hawaii.
I'll take Vanderbilt. I'll take Vanderbilt.
All right, boom.
I'll take Vandy.
We're gonna see if you messing with me on this now, Black. We're gonna revisit this next week now. Disrespecting Rattlers. I ain't disrespecting your Rattlers, man, but they have no chance in hell against UNC. They're gonna get beat by 50.
Okay, I see me and Hayes. We got some picks alike. Okay.
Yeah, they do. Y'all do. Man, but please hit that like. Hold on. We got a question from Brother Blade. Please question when we're comparing last season and speaking on both sides of the ball. What part of the ball? I'm looking forward to the offensive line. That's what I'm looking forward most to seeing is the offensive line. I'm looking
forward to see what the secondary and the linebackers look like.
True that. Boom, true that. But man, we had an hour and 15.
One more thing. I'm looking for, I would like to see Rooster hit at least 1,100 yards. 1,100
my
plus.
boy gonna get at least 12.
You know what I'm saying? And my other guy pushing up close to a G, or any of them. You know what I'm saying? Pushing 800-900. I would like that. That's something I would like to see.
I tried to tell you, man. My boy Rooster like that, man. You feel me?
But if my man is healthy, my man Don is healthy, I think he can get about 1,250.
Hey, man, I want them all to be successful, man. At the end of the day, but I've been trying to tell y'all that Rooster was that guy, bro. I've been trying to tell y'all that. And y'all gonna see this year, he finna stamp his legacy. He finna have a special rushing year. Watch what I tell you. And he gonna have about 300 yards out the backfield himself.
Well, you know who legacy is already certified.
Who, Duke Johnson?
Davis's mom.
Hey, man, but hey, please hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, please like, comment, and subscribe. Tell a Kane, and we appreciate everybody that tapped in with us. Shout out to Slim for jumping in and chopping it up with us. Respect your opinion, big dog. We'll be back next year to get this thing, jumping off for some Kane football.
You mean next week? Next week,
my bad, next week. You know what I'm saying? So, we're excited, man. It's football time. It's go time. You know what I'm saying? And we out this thing.
Peace, family.
Yeah.
Peace.